Hi, Grandma Debbie here. Okay, so today we are making Rudolph's Peppermint Sparkles. This is kind of a fun little candy treat. This is something that you can do with your kids if you want to. You can change up the flavorings if you want to. You can make all kinds of adjustments to this. You can double it, you can triple it, you can do whatever you need to do to make it work. But it is a fun little thing to just make with your kids or by yourself and give it out as a gift or a treat or just eat them yourself, whatever. All right, so let's get going on this, okay? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to soften the butter a little bit because it's not warm enough in the house to have the butter softened. So I'm going to stick it in the microwave for a few seconds, and I'm using a third of a cup of margarine. Well, I'm using butter, but you can use margarine as well. It's completely up to you. Whatever you happen to have in your house is what you can use. You know, recipes are just a guide. Make it your own. So I'm gonna soften this up just a little bit, just so it's easier to manage. All right, so I will be right back. Okay, so I softened it up a little bit, and I want to get one more thing. Okay, so next we are going to add in a third of a cup of corn syrup. If I can get the lid off. I wish corn syrup came in smaller quantities because we don't use it enough to warrant sometimes buying this big jug. But I haven't found it anywhere in a smaller quantity, so I just make do. Okay. And I actually meant to spray this with cooking spray to get it out easier, but of course I didn't do that. I got it. It's sitting right here in front of me. I even walked over a few seconds ago and picked it up. Oh my word. Have you ever had one of those days where you just can't remember anything and you're just trying to get through? Well, that seems to be my day. Okay. All right, so we've got that. And then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of peppermint extract, and I just use this kind. Let me show it a little closer. So I'm going to do a teaspoon of it. And this is where you could actually change it up if you wanted to. You could probably use like a lemon if you're going to use, depending on what kind of candy canes you use. You know how they have those candy canes that have, what are they? They're like the Starbursts or whatever, different flavors. You could probably change it up and use that too. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm just using pink salt. And I'm going to mix that in there. All right, so then I'm just going to mix this until it's smooth. So it shouldn't be very long. Okay, so it is mixed. Okay, so I've mixed it and it's smooth. And now I'm going to add in a whole box of powdered sugar. And I just use this brand, but you can get whatever brand you like to use and use that. And I'm going to mix this with a wooden spoon. Okay, the packaging does not want to open. That's so weird. And you're just going to dump the whole thing in. I got like a snow shower going on in here now. Okay, and I'm just going to mix this up. It may take a few minutes to get it all mixed. And then after we mix it, we are going to knead it for a little bit. And then after we knead it, we're going to roll it in some crushed peppermint candy. You can crush up candy canes if that's what you would rather do. You can crush up those peppermint candies. You can even do wintergreen if you wanted to. Or, like I was saying, you can use the, what am I thinking of? You can use the, you know, like the Starburst candy canes or whatever you want to do. I do recommend, though, if you use the Starburst, that you change the extract to something other than vanilla or peppermint. That might give it an odd flavor. I don't know. Okay, at this point, I'm going to stop doing this, and I'm going to go get a container for a bowl for the extract. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to put that in there. So I'll be right back. And I'm not getting it for the extract. I'm getting it for the peppermint. And this is what I got. I got this at Home Goods, I think is where I got it. But like I said, you can crush up peppermint. You can do whatever you want to do. And I just need a cup of it. And for some reason, it's not all broken up. So I'm getting large chunks of it, but that's okay. I can take them out. And if you need to add more, don't be afraid to add more. Whoa, now I just made a huge mess. All right, that's awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to clean up my mess here because I got it all over the floor and everything too. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, I got the mess cleaned up. What a relief. It was all over the floor. It was a mess. It was bad. Okay, so crisis diverted. Let's get going on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually now just going to stick my hands in here and just go with it, go for it with my hands. I do this a lot when I do cook. So I don't show you guys, but I do it a lot when I bake. Mainly because sometimes I just feel like you need to feel it to know what else needs to go in there. So I'm just going to kind of use my hands to get it to start forming into a little bit of a ball. Let me try to figure out what the heck I'm trying to say. So I do this like if I make bread. I will stick my hands in there because I can feel the dough better and I can determine if I need to add more flour or what I need to add. I do this when I make, what else? I'm trying to think of what else I do it in. But sometimes I'll do it with cookies if I'm just guesstimating on some of the ingredients. So, but I hope you can see what I'm doing. And it's coming along pretty good into a nice little ball. This doesn't make a whole lot. I mean, you're gonna make them small. You're not gonna make them huge. You're not gonna do golf-sized balls with these, but you're gonna roll them into a ball. And so they're not gonna be super huge, but they're not gonna be like pea size either. So you just wanna make for sure everything's incorporated. And then you're gonna tear it off into, little pieces, and you're gonna roll it. And then we're gonna roll it around in the peppermint candy. All right, so it looks like it's pretty well incorporated. So let's get going. And I'm just gonna leave them sitting out here on this cutting board that I have. It's granite and it's nice and cold, so it'll chill up faster. So I'm just gonna take off some out of here, and then I'm just gonna start rolling it into a little ball. You want to get about that big. And then I'm going to roll it around in the candy, and hopefully the candy will stick, and it is not for some reason. So I might do plan B. I might do this. Why not? I'm just going to dump it in here and roll it up this way. Then the candy's all incorporated, and then I can just roll them into balls. And I probably should have done that in the beginning. I don't know why it's not sticking. It generally sticks. But if it doesn't for you, there's always a different way to do things. Just keep that in mind. Like I said, recipes are a guide. Make it your own. I do tend to make for sure that when I bake, I follow the directions, and at least the first time. And then after that, I will change it up to what I want to do. It's, you know, why not? Okay, so let's get to rolling. And I will show you after I've finished what they look like. It's almost like you're playing with Play-Doh. Do you remember playing with Play-Doh as a kid? I used to, when my kids were little, I don't know if what the formula was, but it used to stain my carpet when I would get my kids Play-Doh. So I got to where I made Play-Doh instead for them, and it was easier. It didn't stain my carpet that way. But they loved playing with it, and you know, it was fun. Why not? Well, they're looking good, and they're not as uniform as they probably should be, but oh well, you know, homemade goodies are always a little wonky, or at least in my world they are. I don't know about your world, but in my world they are. So and I'm going to probably edit some of this out, but I can't turn you off right now because my hands are all gooky from doing this. You do want to make for sure that you have clean hands when you're doing this, because once again you're touching people's food, and I'm just a little bit of a germaphobe. I wash my fruits and vegetables when I bring them home. I don't care what it is, even if it's a watermelon. Before I cut into it, I wash it. Same thing with cantaloupes, avocados, anything like that. I even wash my bananas. Do you do that? Yeah, I do. I know a lot of people don't, but it kind of just makes me sick to think who's all touched it that I don't know. So I want to make for sure that it's, you know, that I've cleaned whatever I'm eating. And this is supposed to make about 4 dozen. However, I don't think it really truly is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I made them a little bigger than what I should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might make that one smaller. The nice part is that you can continue on making them different sizes even after you put them in a ball. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get 4 dozen out of this, but that's okay. I don't need 4 dozen. I only need a few. Not a few dozen, just a few. Okay, let me wash my hands and I'll show you what I've gotten. Okay, so this is what they look like. I'm just going to let them sit here. As you can tell, I did not get 4 dozen out of them, but that's okay. You know, I didn't need that many. I just needed a few. So I think they're going to be great. All right, well, thanks for coming along on this journey with me. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share. All right? I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.